Go on then, tell me what you're doing.
Pink meringues.
Did you say pink?
Pink. Pink meringues. With strawberries. And it should be clotted cream, but I don't have any clotted cream, so it is a little bit of creme fraiche, which I'm going to have to just kind of make work, because obviously we don't always have what we need. But I thought, oh, I haven't made these in a long time. They are in my book, Pink Meringues with clotted cream and strawberries, as you can see. And oh, they are so delicious. And I just think a meringue should be pink. It should just be pink. Why have a white meringue when you give a pink one? So I'm going to make them in here. In my trusty, I'm going to beat up, there's 3 egg whites in here and 6 ounces of sugar or 150 grams, okay? So basically it's always double sugar to your eggs, that's how you remember it. Now the idea with meringue is to whisk up the egg whites until they're really stiff, before you start adding the sugar. If you add the sugar too soon, you have really floppy meringues, and you want these to be nice and firm, light and airy, so you can pipe them. Okay. Now you can just spoon it out onto a baking paper if you want to, but I'm going to try and pipe, although I do have the smallest piping bag in the world because I don't have any of my big ones left, so I might have to fill up this bag a few times. But anyway, let's whisk. So now my eggs...
Can I just interrupt and say
What?
you're very impatient today?
I am impatient because I just want to get these done and get them in the oven and get outside and lie in some sun. Okay?
Okay, we'll get all of them.
I'm getting... Oh. The egg whites are nicely whisked. Okay, nice and stiff. So I'm just going to start adding the sugar bit by bit until we get a lovely whipped meringue. Halfway through, I'm just going to add a little bit of food colouring, which you'll see in a second. Food colouring, okay? So gel, so you don't have all the liquid. If you added a liquid food colouring to this now, you would get them quite runny, okay? So this gel is just literally colour, intense colour. And all I'm going to do is put a little bit of this onto my whisk, like that. And then that's going to beat that into my meringue. I might put a bit more in, I don't need to. Stiff meringue, all satiny and shiny. That's exactly how you want it, completely perfect. And that's ready to be piped in the smallest piping bag in the world. And I fill my piping bag. The way that I do it is I fold it in on itself like that, and I hold that bit in my hand, okay, to make a little hole. As I said, this is not ideally the right size. You do want to have one bigger. So it means I'm going to have to fill it a couple of times, but so be it. So let it sort of shake it down. Put it back on itself. Like an ice cream cone, isn't it? Do you like meringue?
I do.
There we go. Keep it here. And shake it down, right? Because it's light, it's not always easy. Just give it a squeeze now. Alright, so piping bag is full. What I'm just going to do is a little top tip for you. I do this. I just squeeze a couple of bits of meringue on the bottom of my baking sheet, and that sticks the greaseproof paper down. A little bit there. So it doesn't fly around. Just makes it easier. Now, I'm going to pipe this. If you don't have a piping bag, you don't need to use them at all. All you need to do is sort of spoon it on with a nice big tablespoon. Just have like fluffy clouds. That's absolutely fine. But I just want to give this a go and pipe them because I quite like piping meringue and I haven't done it for a while. So the secret to any piping is you only squeeze with one hand, you don't squeeze with two. If you squeeze with two, it'll come out the bottom and the top, okay? So you can control the pressure a lot more just by twisting it at the top and holding it between your finger and your thumb like that. And then you put the piping bag vertically over the top, you give it a squeeze, you bring it up, you give it a squeeze, you bring it up, you give it a squeeze, and you flick off like that. Whew, little snowmen. Why I do this at Christmas as snowmen. 1, lift it up, 2, lift it up, squeeze and flick off, okay? Just like that. You want to keep the nozzle in contact with the meringue all the time. Don't pull it out until right at the end. So again, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, flick. Squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze, flick. Right, I'm going to finish this off. So come back once I put them into the oven. They're going to go into a 120 fan oven, and they're going to go in there for about an hour and a half. And I'm going to take them out, just pick them up, gently put them on their side, pop them back in just to dry out underneath, and then let them go completely cool. Then we're going to finish them off with a bit of glitter, a bit of silver spray, clotted cream and strawberries. Well, creme fraiche and strawberries. I'm so tempted to do that, but I'm not going to.
That would be really childish.
That would be really childish, wouldn't it? Who's that?
Princess Leia.
What's that?
Unicorn?
Okay, they're done, they're cool, they're out of the oven. As you can see, they're all dried all the way through. I got the oven temperature wrong, it was 110 fan, not 120, but it's all going to be on my YouTube page with the recipes as normal. I always put the ingredients underneath the film, so you can always make it from there. Now,
you could put one, if we're doing characters from meringues, you could put one on the end of your nose. Pinocchio. Or,
oh
in
no,
fact,
no. Dominic Cummings.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or, who was the one with the carrot in the nose in Frozen? Snowman. Is that Snowman?
I'm not a 7-year-old girl.
Okay, so I'm going to spray this now with this Dr. Utker shimmer spray. It's the silver one, not the gold. And what this does, it just gives these meringues a little shimmer room. You can see, you don't want too much, just enough to make them a little bit glittery. Now, can you see the difference? If there's one there like that and one like that, can you see the difference? I don't know if the phone will pick it up. Can you see? It just gives it a shimmer. That's all you need. No more than that. Okay. Now, next thing. Ideally, clotted cream. Okay. We don't have any clotted cream, so I'm using creme fraiche. Not ideal, but it's kind of creamy and it'll do the right thing. So because it's not clotted cream and really stiff, and it's creme fraiche and less stiff, I'm not going to put so much on. But I'm just going to smear a little bit like that, and then put. Actually, no, hold on. Bear with. A little bit on that one. This is the way I'm going to do it. Just a smidge. Do it like that. Sandwich them together. See what I'm doing? And then just little bits of. I'll do that in a minute. Little bits of strawberry go in there as well. Oh God, you know what? Just wait. I'm getting there. A little bit of strawberry. That's how I'm going to do it. Just 3 little pieces like that. So they stick out, and then you do that. Okay, there we go. There's one. And just repeat until you've done them all. You'll notice if you're counting it up that there's one extra. And that's because I just had enough in a bag for one more, but not 2. That's chef's perks, isn't it? Apparently. Now squidge that together. Squidge. 2. Now these are so easy to make. Great way to use up obviously egg whites you've got hanging around if you've made something just using egg yolks. But Winnie agrees. But I just think it's such a lovely afternoon treat. You know, and if we can't get out at the moment and we're in our gardens, not in our gardens, on our patio or our balcony, it's just a lovely little picnic afternoon tea dish. lighter than a cake, using lovely strawberries, which are obviously in season at the moment. They're just so pretty because they're pink. I love a bit of pink. Winnie does too.
And if you do have a 7-year-old girl who's having a frozen party, these would probably be the perfect compliment.
They would. You wait, they'll all stick them on the end of their noses though, won't they? With lots of cream. It'll get really messy, as it should do at a 7-year-old's birthday party. There's one more just about to be done. Now these they lost their little tails, I suppose. Doesn't matter, does it? Okay, so last one. Okay, you can put another big bowl of strawberries on the side, or raspberries as well, so you can have them with it, but just as this looks really pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of all have them like that. This one, obviously, Cook's Perks. And then the final flourish is just some glitter. Just some little bit of edible glitter over the top. Oh, and John, could you just stop filming just for a second? I'm going to get something from the garden. Bear with. I've got these beautiful roses in the garden at the moment, so let's just scatter a few of those around. Just make it look really pretty. We'll put one, that's a good little dark one, just go in there actually. That looks nice, doesn't it? There we go. Little roses. Love a rose, they're edible flowers. So as long as you haven't sprayed them or an animal has done something, a whoopsie on it, you'll be all right. Now, doesn't that look like a beautiful early summer pudding to grace any table? Come on, John. Gorgeous, eh? Lovely. Do you want this one?
No, you can have that, Marv.
Can I? You sure?
Yep. So dainty.
I don't really like, aren't I? Oh, God, that's good. Really, do try to give these a go. They're so scrumptious. You're having no double, aren't you?